We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
Miért is ne hallod?
Let's get started.
Just sit down over there and keep your fingers crossed.
Ez nagyon-nagyon jó jel. Yeah, see you. Ez érdekes lesz, mint a Tranquility Lane Fallout 3-ban. Gucci, közben vigyázz rám, baby!
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on.
Oké. Most egy másik testben fogok akkor lényegében felébredni? Várjunk ezen a helyen vissza lehet hozni az emlékeket, akkor hát ha lehet játszani a háború előtti Bostonban is, nem?
The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories
Ez ijesztő.
and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location.
Ki azt hiszem ezt az utat tudjuk követni.
This is the earliest intact memory I can find.
Ki ez vezet valahova. Egy sarok. Mi? Ja.
You are experiencing these memories as Kellogg. This may prove disorienting at first.
Anyu.
Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but she loved me in her way. And she protected me from Dad. That cost her more than a few beatings. I never knew what happened to her after I left. I didn't want to know. Not then. I was such a dummy back then. What did I know about how the world worked? I think now she wanted me to kill him. I should have. Instead, I ended up running away. I told myself I wanted to find somewhere out from under the thumb of the NCR and all their rules. But really, I was running from the guilt of not protecting her from Dad. It doesn't matter now, though. Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did. Don't know why Mom was with him. Maybe at some point in his life he wasn't a complete asshole.
Ki tudja.
What a joke.
What's it mean, Mom?
Nothing, Connie. People like to talk and hope someone else is going to keep them safe.
Teacher at school said the NCR would bring back the good old days, like before the big war.
Don't you listen to that twaddle. I'm going to stop singing you if that's what they're teaching you.
I'm going out. Where the fuck did you put my boots?
Listen to me, Connie. You take this. You're old enough. You're the man of the family now. It's your job to protect us. Your father's useless, but you won't turn out like him. You're a good boy. And all that on the radio, all useless talk. The only thing that will protect you in this world is that gun in your hands. You need to learn to use it if you're going to survive.
I will, Mom. I promise. I won't let you down.
You've always been my good boy.
This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for.
Tényleg, Sherlock?
There
Valóban.
appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There.
Hol?
Try that one.
Ott. Me, Sarah.
The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but
Majd babája is volt.
you don't really believe it. Focus on that petty bullshit or next job or whatever. It's only looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand that's what happiness felt like.
De gondolom végül elveszítettél mindent.
You'll see.
But we don't know anybody here. And now, with the baby?
Come on, Sarah, you've got to give it a chance. I finally got steady work with a good outfit. Nothing like that in the NCR these days.
No, I'm not saying this was a mistake. I'm just... Are you sure these guys know what they're doing? They seem kind of green.
I know, but that's where I come in. Just wait. In a few years, I'll be running my own crew. As soon as I make the connections I need. Then I can give you anything you want. And little Mary, too.
I never worried about you before. Must be my mama instincts kicking in. Who knew I had those, huh?
Come on, you're great with her. And you don't need to worry about me. Most of it's just running security for the she. A lot of standing around looking tough.
Well, they sure picked the right person for that job.
Listen, it's gonna be great here. See this? This is what's gonna keep you and me.
Az már az enyém, azt hiszem, ha...
Promise.
I know. I'm sure we're gonna be really happy.
Hey, kibaszott San Francisco!
You'll see.
Nice.
That's okay. I got her.
Megnéznék egy ottani
I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
haver, meg se tudtam nézni ezeket a monológokat, na mindegy. Kösz szépen játék, nem akartam megszakítani a dialógust, ezek szerint meg kellett volna.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
Gondolom a családról beszél.
Found another memory to try. I'll connect you.
Szóval elveszítette a családját, mindjárt megsajnálom. Ezért megölte az én férjemet, ellopta a gyermekemet és helyettem nevelte fel? Ezért végén kiderül, hogy nem is volt olyan rossz ember, lehet, hogy jól bánt a gyerekemmel.
Mind if we... There's always someone who wanted someone else dead. Sometimes just roughed up, but dead was usually what they wanted. Sometimes they thought they could cheat me. That was usually only when I first arrived somewhere. Didn't matter to me. I just took it as part of the job. A little extra thrown in for free. I always got paid in the end. One way or another.
Sit down.
There was always a job for someone like me. Didn't matter what it was. Didn't matter who I was supposed to kill. I got pretty good at it. Suit yourself. I don't remember much from that time. It all kind of blends together. It was almost always a bar, though. That's universal.
Bocs, haver, még rólad is beszélnék.
Ended up mostly wandering east. Getting as far away from San Francisco as I could, maybe.
Csoda, hogy a Golden Gate Bridge az még állt a kibaszott háború után, haver.
So, I hear you'll take care of people's problems. Is that right?
If you pay me.
Oh, we'll pay you. And you'll do this all by yourself?
That's right.
We pay you when the job's done. Is that okay?
That's the way you want to do it. So who do you want dead?
Well, it's like this. There's his family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
Oké. Kicsit a Far Cry 3-ra emlékeztet ez a rész. Nem tudom, meddig akarják elhúzni a dolgot.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
Yeah.
I finally ended up in the Commonwealth. I kinda ran out of road. Plus, I'd come to terms with life. I wasn't gonna be stupid enough to get mixed up with caring about other people again. It was just me against the world. And the world had it coming.
Tough guy.
So, you're with the
Elnézést.
You heard all sorts of rumors about the Institute.
Az a robot közben totál sasol engem, hogy rohadjon meg.
Convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened. They were real, all right. They didn't know anything about operating on the surface. Relied on their synths for everything. They had the resources I needed, and I had the expertise they needed. Turned into a permanent arrangement, which suited me just fine. First synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not that good. But the Institute could always make more, and kept making them better each time. They still give me the creeps, but you have to get used to them if you want to work with the Institute.
Összesen ugyanazt mondjam.
First synths weren't all that impressive.
Ja, picsába.
We do, as you can see.
What do you want?
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I could see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B-748, initiate.
Szent szar, haver. Szép munka.
Impressive. We may have something to talk about after all.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something.
Hát ja, nem ártana, haver.
There's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
Ez itt az orrom előtt. Na, ez kell nekem, hát persze.
Cryogenic stasis. Suspended.
I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. Wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. I didn't know then who it was we were grabbing from the vault. Of course, neither did they. Not really. The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me, and I made sure they knew it. All computers are still... The eggheads never liked...
Yeah.
That's good. I never knew why we didn't just refreeze the rest of them. But we had our orders. Guess the old man didn't want so many loose ends. Too bad he left alive the one person he shouldn't have.
Az összesnél ugyanazt mondjam.
I never knew why.
Ja. Akkor álljon meg a menet. A férjem?
I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but I never liked to. But it was better this way. Better than taking his kid and leaving him alive.
És én?
Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving her alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No one better. But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller, even if she somehow got thawed out. At least I know those Institute bastards will soon get what's coming to them, too.